everybody. I'm Ashley Scarborough. Welcome to Modern Stitches Live, where we celebrate the nostalgia, bygones who are treasures, and just amazing pieces that we incorporated into our modern thrift ideas. I'm so excited today to be sitting with one of the most iconic vintage storytellers via social that I've seen in a very long time. We have Miss Shaquita Garcia, AKA the Modern Housewife. We are here with her today. So also what we're talking about today is summer staples. It's obvious that you are on point when it comes to your vintage finds, styling you, not even just you, just also your family, and really putting together everything, no matter the mood, no matter the season. But right now we're talking about the summer, right?
Yeah.
It's summertime, you summertime fine. We've seen you with all your amazing shots, your hats, and just really glamorous looks that you've put together. And so we're so excited to have her here today. So first things first, how are you? Let's start there.
I'm doing great. I am happy that the sun is shining today.
Yes.
So that's always a positive. But thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, I am as well. I was looking, we were talking before we got on camera, and we had her fabulous nails. I'm like, is blue your color or is it neon? She's got these amazing nails and these accent pieces going here. So we're talking about summer staples, and one of my things it's just like transitional pieces. Like a lot of the time, as you can see, the weather is just doing its own thing at this point. 1 minute is hot, the next minute is raining.
Right.
How do you determine what staple pieces make it to your summer wardrobe?
So honestly, because I'm a mom, like that rules my world, and I can't sacrifice like glamour for motherhood. Like I love my kids, but I'm not doing that. So I choose things that make me feel like the most glamorous, which is always like, organza or tulle, something that's like away from the body, that I can move well in, but still has like a little sex appeal. So I always choose like either a lower neckline or an off the shoulder kind of thing, so that I can still feel like sexy, but also like easy breezy.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And I tend to choose fabrics that don't stain as easily. So again, it's always tulle or organza. So I could like literally go to the bathroom and like, because I had people touch my dresses with peanut butter hands and, bubble gum, you name it. So yeah, like motherhood kind of like runs my wardrobe. So I have altered my wardrobe to fit that.
Yeah, and I can tell that, because the funny thing is, when you're a mom, you're constantly just like styling on the go. You're like, let me do this, let me do that. But what I really want to know is, what's your style story? How did you even start thrifting in the beginning? Because I know for me, it was more like, I was a student, you didn't have much to spend. You wanted to go ahead, but I found treasures. What was your story?
So, I've actually been thrifting for a lot of my life because I come from very humble beginnings.
Sure.
And the height of my thrifting came when I became a mom, of course, because I didn't have like a lot of money. There's a part of my story that I've talked about in the past where we had a nanny when I gave birth to my son, and she ended up quitting on us, and we couldn't afford anyone else. So my husband and I looked at each other and we were like, okay, well, one of us has to quit our job. And at the time he was making more money than me, so it made more sense for me to quit.
To stay.
So I didn't have too much money to spend. So I don't know if you know those little janky stores on Broadway.
Yes.
Soho.
Yes.
And they would have like this little basement area where you can get like shirts for $4, blouses, skirts, anything. There was like, $1, $2. And that's kind of like where I started like my thrifting journey.
Okay.
Like turning like these like inexpensive looks into like runway, like worthy
runway couture, right?
So yeah, that's literally like, because I battled postpartum depression with my son, and I desperately needed like a
outlet.
I needed to feel more like myself. And when you're thinking like, oh, I saw a dress that I wanted, but I can't afford it.
Right.
How do you like overcome that? So that's literally what it was, out of necessity.
That's so weird that you even brought that up because my child is only 2. So I can definitely identify with postpartum depression. And I had on my list to ask you about what exactly was that transitional moment for enhancing your mood? Because we know that style and what you wear makes you build your confidence.
Yeah.
So in battling postpartum depression, would you say that thrifting and styling, it really gave you another sense of purpose outside of, caring for your children?
Absolutely. Like thrifting got me up in the morning, believe it or not.
Wow.
Because I needed something to get excited about.
Yeah.
Like when you go thrifting, there's always like a sense of like a treasure hunt. And you have no idea like what you're gonna find there.
Right.
So, I would pack the kids up in the stroller and legit like give them their goldfish crackers and I would go thrifting and spend my days, going through the racks and seeing what I could find that was so inexpensive, but I knew that I could turn it into something magical.
And it was amazing the fact that you called it a treasure hunt, because I say that all the time, because when you have your children with you, you always on an imaginary time clock too. Let's not forget that.
No,
so
for real.
you're trying to figure out what can I find the best deal on and how quickly can I get it out of here. And I think that's just so inspiring to a lot of mothers, because I feel like that's a quiet conversation about postpartum and, really figuring out how you can balance motherhood and fashion at the same time. So I think that's a big deal. One of the things that I wrote down was, when you're not feeling 100%, do you have any go-to thrifted pieces, summer styling tricks that reset and make you feel confident again? So do you have specific pieces that help you reset your mood that you already have? Like your go-to ones.
I have to be honest and say no.
Okay.
Because my mood changes all the time. Like I'm still like going through a lot, like personally when it comes to motherhood. Because I recently like had a miscarriage with twins, and I gained so much weight within those 2 months. And it was so difficult to even kind of like dress the bump afterwards, because it was the sense of like, I don't know what I'm doing, where I'm going, who I am. But so quickly, my body changed, my mind changed. So when I looked at my wardrobe, I was just like, is this even me anymore?
Yeah.
Because, when you go through something like, it's one thing to be pregnant. It's another to be pregnant with twins. Then there's another like layer when you lose said pregnancy.
Right.
And you have to, because I was already reevaluating everything that I was putting on my body because my bump was growing so fast. And then now to in turn like have to cope with all of that and try to figure out like what do I wear?
Right.
What do I even like anymore?
Absolutely.
So I'm still kind of in that space right now because it just happened a few months ago. And there are some days where I feel like, I don't really know if this is my style anymore, but I'm not going to get rid of it. I'll hold on to it because it's too pretty. But like I'm not really sure what my go-to pieces are that like make me feel more like me, because I don't feel like myself all the time.
Right.
So,
well, first and foremost, I want to say I'm really sorry. I can definitely, I follow you frequently, so I definitely know your story. And I'm really sorry that you've had to go through that. But I think it's powerful and very brave of you to even share that moment with the world, because when you follow you and you see your wardrobe says confidence. If I had to put a word beyond all of your style, you would never guess that someone like you who is so confident in their style will be going through something like this. So I think it's very admirable, just the fact that you're even sharing that story with us. So kudos to you for that, truly. And I understand the differences in your style, because the thing about it is you're low-key a superhero at home to your children, and you're trying to figure out your body type again. So my question to you is, now that you're postpartum, also dealing with a very traumatic and serious experience, how do you feel like your style has shifted at all after that? Like, are there some go-to pieces that you would, like maybe even a color? Like, I know that you're wearing black today. Black is my power color, by the way. I know people see black as like dark, but black is my color for power. Do you feel like there's a special color especially for the summertime, that makes you feel a little bit more empowered?
Not necessarily color, but I have a thing with drop crotch pants.
Yes.
I mean, I live in those pants. I have so many different pairs that I've thrifted. There's a green pair that was like, I thrifted from, what you call it, Beacon's Closet.
Yes.
And it's like by this Japanese brand that I've never heard of before, but they are so sick because the color is so like vibrant. It's a bright green, like a Kelly green. And the crotch is just so low to the ground. It's almost like a skirt.
Like a hammer pant? Is it like that a little bit?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, the video is on my page.
Okay.
But I literally, I am obsessed with drop crotch pants right now because they're super comfy, but they're so fierce.
I love them.
And those have been my go-to pieces. Like, I have them in all different fabrics now. So
Not every single fabric, linen, cotton, denim. You name it. I love that.
I do. So those pants make me feel very fierce. I'll throw them on with like a crop top, a bandeau, like a bodysuit, like I just play with so many different proportions. And they're my favorite because they're super comfy.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's almost as like you have like a diaper in the middle, so it's kind of like dragging. But I know what you're talking about because I have some of those, and I was just like, does this make me look like a saggy diaper or something? But they're so adorable on you. I love that. I love that. So I guess my next question is, okay, so I know that you kind of have a little your foot on the trends when it comes to thrifting. If you're a new thrifter, if somebody is watching this interview and they want to start thrifting, especially for the summertime now, what are some style tips that they can do to find the best finds? And, when you go into the store, do you have a list? Do you have an idea? What are some tips on how they can find the best style for them?
Well, first off, I would say you have to learn your body type. That's first and foremost, because it's just really difficult to kind of like tell someone how to shop when everybody is so different.
Right.
Like, style is so personal. So when it comes to thrifting, you have to go in there and know what you're looking for or you're gonna get overwhelmed.
Yes.
There are a lot of people who ask me, how do you thrift? Because when I go in, I get claustrophobic, I get just overwhelmed, and I just leave. And it's because you don't know what you're looking for.
Right.
Now, when it comes to me, there's specific fabrics, colors, prints that I look for, and I look and see what's hanging at the bottom, or again, I can go in and boop, 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 and be done, because I can already tell this is not a fabric for me. This is not a silhouette for me. This is not my style.
Right.
This is not my size.
Right. So there's that.
So again, it's you have to be able to check all of your own boxes so that you can go in there and be efficient.
Right, for sure.
So, for me personally, I'm always constantly looking for Tulle. If it's a maxi dress or skirt, I always make sure that it's not too long because I'm only 5 feet tall.
Right.
So if I have to alter it, I'm gonna leave it.
Right.
That's just not
because sometimes the alterations cost more than the actual piece.
But again, I'm a mom and I just don't have that kind of time.
Right.
So it's if I can't walk out of the store with it and it fits me, if I feel like I can't wait to wear it when I get home, then it has to stay.
Yes.
So also that's the thing too. Don't just buy it because the price is great or I might wear this sometime along in the future. No, if you can't go home and put it on right then and there, it has to stay behind or you're going to be over consuming things that you technically don't need and you probably won't wear.
When I say I so agree with that, because we get so obsessed, especially in thrifting, you get obsessed with okay, also the label. Sometimes we'll see something of luxury, and I think people have a preconceived notion that they're gonna always walk in and find something Louis Vuitton or something like that, and you're gonna get it for $2. And that's not how it works. That's not how it works in thrifting. So I love what you said about styling for your body type, because Tulle, excuse me, like I said, Tulle, Tulle, this is a real recording. Tulle is so lightweight. You know, we're talking about our summer style. You can wear this, you know, with denim. You can wear it with shorts. You can wear it with the drop pants. You can wear all of that. But what I wanted to ask you also is, it may not always just be your summer style, but what I've noticed about you is that you love your hats.
Yeah.
Hats are like your staple, and you have so many amazing hats. I love a hat, but I'm a snapback kind of girl, like, you know, but you, like, every single hat just like goes so far with the look, like it really enhances the look. And you are a bald baddie.
Yes.
And so it doesn't take away from like your hair at all, but the hat sometimes truly is a statement. Where do you find the hats?
Oh, I made them.
What?
Yeah.
What? And she didn't tell me this before, but you make every single hat.
Every single hat is made by me.
Wow, wow. So how do you get the inspiration to make the hat?
So I am crazy about prints. That is 1000% my thing. I love mixing prints. I like, you know, I am a print baddie. So the inspiration always comes from like what is new and inventive that I can do in a hat that I've never seen before.
Okay.
So that's always going to be like my driving force when I design. And also colors, like mixing like crazy colors together that don't go together on the color wheel.
Yes. You can't see it, but she has on a rainbow belt. We have on a rainbow belt today. So all the pick a color is there. So, but that is the craziest thing, because I'm just like, now I'm a thrifter down, but I'm not gonna find this hat in the store. So I'm just like, now where did she get this hat from? So how many hats do you have?
Oh God, I can't even tell you. I'll say maybe 75.
75, and you made all 75. Where do you get the material? Like,
So there's like a bunch of different like vendors around the city online. So I'm constantly like sourcing like new materials to use.
Okay. And do you sell them, or are they only for you? They're only for you.
I have a website
Okay.
as well.
Perfect. So tell us the website.
It's artnyc.com with 2 A's, AARTNYC.com.
So that's where we're gonna get our hats from going forward. That's what we're going. So Fashion Week is coming up in September. We're gonna go over here and get all of these hats from you. So circling back, I know we could talk about thrifting for days, but we are specifically here to talk about our summer staples, right? We want to circle back to our summer staples. So I have to know, tell me, do you have your specific thrifted summer staples that you have go-to? Like, what are some that'll transition? It's like we have it from the fall to the winter, or summer, spring to summer. What are your summer staples that you go to all the time?
It's always going to be a tulle skirt or a tulle dress.
Tulle.
Like legit, you can throw it on with a boot, you can throw it on with a sandal, a clog, whatever. The tulle dresses and tulle skirts, that's what I feel the most beautiful in, and that's what I feel the most breezy in. Like, it's just my favorite to wear in the summer, hands down. I own a tulle skirt in every color.
Wow.
I own a tulle dress in every color. And it's so fun to like mix and match and play with them. And again, like I said, they're easy with me being a mom. So hands down, those are like, I transferred like my wardrobe, like my fall wardrobe, fall winter, into a storage unit because my apartment is not big enough to hold all the clothes. But my tulle skirts and dresses stay all year round. The only thing that stays all year round.
So with the tulle for the summertime, so it sounds like I see that you have the wedge on with the tulle today. Will we do like some shorts? If I'm an outsider looking in and I want to start breaking into tulle for the summertime, what would I wear with it?
So I would say, like, if you were taking a tulle skirt, for instance, you could wear it, by itself with like say a, you know, nice scoop neck, like bodysuit with a low back. You could throw on a sneaker with it. You can wear it. Like Tulle is so versatile.
It is.
You could dress it up, you could dress it down. And then you could even cause most of my Tulle skirts have like elastic bands, so you can pull it up over your boots.
Yeah.
And wear it as a top, throw on a cute, like, you know, denim short underneath.
Yeah.
You could even do like a wide leg denim short to make it a little more hip and cool. Throw on your Adidas or whatever and like run your errands. There's just so many different ways that you can
gonna put the ballerinas out of style. When you said Tulle, all I could think about was my favorite days as a ballerina. So she gonna put them out of business.
And
I love that.
I literally pull from that style, believe it or not.
Right.
Like with the low back, like bodysuit, like that's literally like a ballerina. And so I just love to bring like these like fantasies into everyday street style.
Well, what I am seeing is from the outside looking in, it feels as if like you talk a lot about being a mom, and this is a real transitional moment for you, like being a mom. I know. What I'm seeing is this is probably your soft life. This is what makes you feel the softest in, you know what I mean? Because as a mom, you're on go all the time. And you have to find that specific style and place for you. So I feel like when you put on the Tulle, you have that soft moment for yourself. And it's just Shaquita and not Shaquita the mom. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I love that for you. I love so much all of that for you. My last question, kind of, because I talk a lot. So do you thrift your children's clothes too?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
Because there are not a lot of thrift shops that sell children's.
Yes. Okay.
So we did find one in the city, but they're super expensive.
Okay.
And I was just like, you know, for used clothing, like I can never pay this amount of money for one dress.
Right.
So yeah, unfortunately, I do not thrift. I wish I could thrift my kids' clothes.
Yeah, I've seen a few people like Rihanna, but it's Rihanna. She thrifts her kids' clothes, and I'm like, I don't know that that's totally a thing just yet because the sizing isn't always there as well.
Right.
And you want to also be careful with your children. You don't necessarily know where some of the items have come from. You want to be careful with their sensitive skin until they grow into some of these sizes.
But
yes,
I have to say, and this is, please don't tell my son, but I have thrifted a few women's jackets for my son.
okay, gender neutral. It's all right.
I found him a really dope, like, vintage leather, like biker jacket. It's like I think it was by Wilson's or something, but it was a women's jacket. It was extra small and it fit him perfectly. He had this like really dope like fur that he wore in London.
Yes.
I also thrifted that. It was a women's coat. And
In London. Come on, kids in London.
but yes, like he killed the people.
I love it.
But yeah, that was a women's coat that he wore. So
Listen, I'm so into gender neutral clothing. I said in the last interview that I had on a men's oversized blazer, and I will stand 10 toes down. I will stand on the hill that some of the men's blazers that I find in the thrift shop are some of the best pieces that I'll wear it as a dress. I'll wear it as just a regular blazer, boots, whatever. So I think gender neutral fashion is definitely the next wave, and I love that for your son. What do they think about your style? What do your kids think about your style?
so they always tell me, but only because the streets are always talking. Because I feel like because they're with me every day, they don't know like what's, I guess, the magnitude of.
That's what I was going to say. Do they realize that their mom is a style fairy? Do they I just gotta know, because I see them on Instagram with you and I'm like, do they know yet?
They know, but only because there are always constantly people in the street like, I love your style so much. I follow you on Instagram. And afterwards they'll say, Mommy, everybody likes your style.
Yes.
You have such great style.
Yes.
So I think that it's been more like reassurance because they hear other people saying it.
Right.
So again, it's like, if you're with someone every day and that's just who they are as a person, you don't know how significant
Right,
it is
right.
until you see it like come to life outside of that stage.
No, absolutely. I think that they think that you're a style superstar, and you are. And I see you on Instagram, and you can't even genuinely type in vintage, because I'm always on a deep dive on something like, who I want for the brand. And I see you so often. I was just like, now I've hounded this lady to just to have a conversation with me. Just like, but it totally worked out, and you've been so sweet and so responsive, and we're so grateful to have you here. We're one of the absolute very few Black-owned women's magazines who focus on street style and vintage, and it's such an honor to have you here today. And we thank you. I have 8 million other questions I could ask you. She is at The Modern Housewife on Instagram, and I cannot wait for everyone to see this story come out. So thank you so much. You've had such a great spirit, and our team loves you. And we're going to release her amazing digital cover in the coming month. I can't wait for you all to experience that. So thank you again. Thank you for coming.
It's such a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Of course. And hopefully we see you again. We're going to have these hats at New York Fashion Week. That's what we're going to do. By the time we get to New York Fashion Week, we're going to have these hats. But thank you again. This has been Modern Stitches Live. And this is Shaquita Garcia, AKA The Modern Housewife. See you on Instagram.